Welcome back, SethBling here. I just logged into the MindCrack server, and it appears my Bling Tower has some sort of pox. Hi Seth, Vax here. Enjoy your... What's that one supposed to be? I guess buttons and buttons? I don't know what the brackets are. Oh wait, what's in here? Oh, diamonds. Ooh. Okay, so these are the diamonds that Vex owes me. It's 10 diamonds. We agreed that I would sell him a Fortune 3, Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 4 pick, because he didn't have any diamonds at all, in exchange for the first 10 diamonds he gets. Or I guess it wasn't the first 10 diamonds, but 10 diamonds within a week. And... yeah, anyway. So, okay. Let's take a look inside. We got some buttons. Yep, they're everywhere. He did say, he told me that there might be a surprise waiting for me, and that if I wanted help cleaning it up, I could get help. Did he put it inside Good's? Okay, he left Good's apartment alone. Okay, well, obviously I need to clean these up. Let's check the parking garage. Yup. Alright, well I'm gonna clean these up, and it should be pretty quick. Because the axe goes, well, it's not that quick. Oh yeah, also down here I added just a few like cracked stone and mossy stone and stuff. Vex, okay, well, anyway, I'm gonna clean this stuff up and I'll be right back. Man, what a moody day. I guess living in Seattle, I should have a little bit of experience with that. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is we're in Minecraft Snapshot 14W30C now. We upgraded just a couple hours ago, and that snapshot is the one with the frames per second improvements, but it's also the one with banners. So I am going to make a banner for Bling Tower. And I have a plan for this. So, okay. Start off with, so we have a brown banner. This is actually, the brown is going to be kind of representative of the tower. So we're actually going to cover up a lot of the banner with other stuff. So let's see. Actually, let me bring up my, okay. So, put the border there. We need the, we're going to put some grass on the bottom. And so that green stripe on the bottom, some grass. I want a road, so let's see where I put this. I think I put it here, and so we get kind of a triangle on the bottom, and that's going to look like a perspective road. And then let's see. Actually, I need to move this off the middle. I'm going to put this this yellow bit in the middle, sort of to represent the bling of Bling Tower. There's actually some gold blocks out front that this kind of mirrors in the front of the building, and then the last thing is in the very top. I'm gonna put it's called a saw tooth pattern or whatever. Yeah, light blue top saw, and that's going to look like the sky, but it's also going to kind of make the tower have some peaks at the top of it. So that's it. That's gonna be the banner for Bling Tower. Let's take a look. Ooh, I think it looks pretty nice. So so there's my banner. And I can actually make a copy of this banner by putting another brown banner in here. Now I have two copies. I'm not actually sure where I'm going to put these. I had thought maybe I would just put one inside the lobby. I also was thinking maybe having a couple of these outside, like this would be cool. I don't know. I might move them. Maybe maybe I could put them out front a little bit farther, like in front of the fountains, or by the fountains anyway. Let's see what that looks like. Maybe like right here and right here. Bling Tower. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But yeah, man, it's always raining on the MindCrack server. If you didn't know, it's always raining on the MindCrack server. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want to start to work on my apartment. And Okay, so we have a bit of a blank canvas here, which I'm not very good with, to be honest. I usually, a lot of my best videos, I would say, are kind of copying, not exactly copying, but basically copying someone else's idea. Taking something like a video game or a sport or, you know, a toilet or something and making it in Minecraft. So I'm not very good with blank canvases, though. But I have a bit of an idea for the things I want out of my apartment. So I want a storage space, I want a bedroom where I have my bed, and I want kind of a common area, and I want an area where I have useful things like furnaces. And so I think I know how I want to lay it out. So I'm going to try laying it out. First I'm going to put down the chests that will form the storage for the apartments. And so if I do it like this, I can open the bottom two. The third one up I won't be able to open though because the ceiling's in the way. So I do have a plan for that. The plan is, okay, so before I get to it, let me explain the way this works. So I have a ceiling and a floor. If I pop out the floor, we can see the lobby below. But that's kind of unique to this floor of the building. Every other floor above it is going to have basically. Let me go. Oh, it stopped raining. So this layer right here is the ceiling of my my room. The next floor up is going to have another block. So they can use whatever block they want for the floor. I can use whatever block I want for the ceiling, and neither of us will see each other's blocks. So we don't have to share the same kind of block. So I can replace the ceiling with whatever I want. I can't replace the floor because on the bottom floor, the ceiling of the lobby shares the floor with this room. So I'll probably end up using carpet, but anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to replace the ceiling here with slabs. And now it looks the same as the ceiling, which I am going to keep the brown, the dark oak ceiling, but now I can open up the top chest and everything. So I'm going to do that with all of these, and I'm going to have 4 spots here. So I think I need actually a couple more slabs. Let me pop down a crafting table in here for now. There we go. And so, and I also I made some trapped chests so that I can put all these things next to each other. And so this is gonna be my storage for the apartments. And I'm gonna also kind of, so I'm gonna start cordoning it off and making kind of different rooms. This is gonna be like a supply closet. I'm not exactly sure what I'll do. Like, I don't want it just open, but I also don't want it like, I don't know. I need some way to access this stuff. So for now, I'm just gonna do this. I might put like 4 doors or something in here. Honestly, I'm not really sure. Maybe even I could play around with stuff like maybe putting slabs in it so that it's kind of like you can reach in, but it's like so I can reach in here, and that could be kind of cool. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but I'll partition it off anyway like this, so just so we know what space we have to deal with. So this is the entrance to the apartment. There's a room here. I think I might make this area the kitchen, where I have like, I will have maybe some food here. I will probably have some furnaces here, which I can make maybe look like a stove. I'll have a crafting table here. So it's gonna be a kitchen that's kind of more themed on crafting than anything else, but I'll try and maybe make it look like a kitchen. This area I would like to leave relatively open because it's kind of like the living room. And then over here is where I'm going to put the bed in here. So I do need a bed in the apartment. I will probably make it something like this and have the door here. Or I don't know. I can move the door anywhere along the wall. And then this is going to be the bedroom. I have a bed. I can even sleep in it. So I'll put the bed right here for now. Of course, there's other people on, so this isn't going to do anything. But I did just set my spawn. And so I will have some other stuff in here. Maybe I could put a dresser in here for all my clothes. Not exactly sure. And then this area can remain. I don't even need to make any more walls here. This is actually all already set up for everything I need. So yeah, I think this is about how I want to lay out my apartments. I'm gonna obviously have to get into the details. It's finished. At least I'd like to think it's finished. Let's take a look inside SethBling's apartment in Bling Tower. Alright, here we go. So as you step in, you'll first notice the coat rack. Got another coat rack up here, so hang your coat on. Okay, so this is the kitchen. This is the very first room in the area. We've got a sink and some ovens, furnaces, of course. This is actually going to be very useful to me because I need to cook stuff from time to time. We've got some countertops here. On top of that, so I have a chest here. This is like cabinets and more cabinet space up here. So I think the way I'm going to organize the kitchen is I'm going to have food items in the bottom chest here, and then kind of food related items in the top chest, and I guess like plant matter. So dyes, wheat, that sort of stuff. And I like the countertop here. We've got a little faucet for the sink, and the workbench is useful. Workbench in the kitchen is it's kind of like a working surface, but yeah, for making things. We've got the lighting here. This I actually kind of went into the ceiling again to put a lever there to power it, so that's yeah. But so that'll be covered up though by the floor in the level above this one, so it's not going to show or anything. So that's cool. We got a fridge, and the fridge is functional. If I press the button, you'll notice I have 21 fish in my inventory. Press the button, I have 22 now. There's a little dropper down here. So I'm going to try and keep this stocked with food, just so that if you need food, you can just come press the button on the fridge. We got a flower on top of it. This is one of the types of flowers that's kind of growing in the area naturally. So that's pretty much the kitchen. All right, let's move on to the living room. We've got a carpet. This kind of ties the room together. Nice serene painting, very calming. I use the same design for the chair here and for the corner couch as in the lobby, and we got a floor plant and same lighting as in the kitchen. Over here we've got the storage area. I kind of enclosed it a bit with the fences. I have to alternate the fences so that you can actually reach between them. If I made this entirely out of wooden fences, then you wouldn't be able to reach between them. You just right click on the fence and it wouldn't work. So yep, that's the storage area. I wanted something to kind of keep the storage area separate from the living room, make it feel like it wasn't part of the living room. Hopefully it doesn't develop feelings of neglect from that, but yeah. Oh yeah, also the walls. Any walls that are not shared with either the outside wall or with Good's apartment, I made into this patterns. It's, what is it, white stained clay and light gray stained clay, and I think it looks pretty nice. Alright, I guess let's move on to the bedroom. Okay, so the bedroom, I have a double bed here, or like king size bed or something like that. Got a nice little flower on here. Okay, so the nightstand, this is cool. It's got a lever so I can turn on the lamp shade near the nightstand, but I can also you notice it's a bookshelf. It's kind of like the nightstand has a drawer in it, and so I can keep stuff here. I have protection handy, in case things, call for it. My Magnum helmet. So that's handy, to have at a moment's notice, just in case. I got my desk over here, same chair design. This is sort of supposed to be like paper and a cup, like a pencil cup, and another. This reminds me of my childhood in Italy. Of course, Mario. I don't know. And then a lamp in the corner too. And this one's just permanently on. So this is the only light that can actually be kind of toggled in the apartment. I actually should leave it on because I think when it's off, the light level is 7 right here. This is the only spot in the apartment that can actually get down to light level 7. And that's low enough that mobs could spawn. I don't want mobs to spawn in here, obviously. Like a creeper spawning in here would kind of ruin my day. So I think I pretty much covered everything in the apartment. I'm actually super happy with how it turned out. I think it looks pretty nice. Like each area definitely feels very separate from the other, and it's very functional. We got lots of storage here, plus storage here that's themed, and yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out. I honestly did not expect it to turn out nearly this well. And then the furnaces are useful in the crafting bench. Let's take a look at the next floor above. And yeah, you can sort of see some of the areas. So these are like above the top cabinets in the kitchen. Here's the switch for the lamp, Then there's the third one in the bedroom. And here's the storage area for the chests. So you can kind of see all the different parts of the apartment from above. But again, the floor for the next floor up is just gonna cover this all up, and they can have whatever material they want here, but I'm gonna put down wood blocks for this. And I will actually probably build the next level or two of the building so that other people maybe feel more encouraged to get started building their own apartments in the building. And they can look at mine as an example and stuff, and that's kind of cool. I am pretty excited for this tower to get taller. Whee! And so I can do longer water drops, but also so that the view gets better and better. And it looks more like the banner too. That'd be cool. So anyway, I think I'm going to end it here on this episode. Really happy with the progress. Feel like I'm pretty much done with my part on Bling Tower. Just going to wait for other people to move in. So that's about it. Thanks for watching.